grew up in a small house outside of Topeka, Kansas. First in his family to go to college. Editor-in-Chief, Law Review, United States Department of Justice, like rockstar attorney with us here. Chris Dove, welcome to The Real Raw.
Thank you so much.
Love having some fun. By the way, I think you could arrest Gina and Bella for at least 25 things and prosecute them. So we'll unpack that later. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to working through that. I'm kind of really into salsa music, doing kind of a little bit of background reading. And I guess, originally, I think it kind of originated out of Cuba, distributed out to the world. And I think the name of the label is maybe Themea, F-A-N-I-A, Themea Records. So I've just been kind of listening through their entire catalog, and it's pretty awesome.
Salsa dancing Department of Justice dude. That should be a t-shirt, Gina Ricci. That's absolutely outstanding.
It was incredible. I mean, it's it's a funny role sometimes you play as a trial lawyer, where you feel like every relationship in your life is antagonistic. I love the experience of not being in that antagonistic state and kind of watching the emotional connections that people make to each other, even over a Zoom call. So it was an awesome day for me.
Tax strategy superstar Grant Dougherty is here with us today. He streamlines the tax prep process. So glad you're here with us, Grant. Welcome to The Real Raw.
Hey, how's it going? I actually know about on a third grade level amount of Spanish. I grew up here in Houston, Texas. Just growing up here, you just learn it secondhand almost. And then I also took it in school.
¿Cómo estás, mi amigo?
Mucho tranquilo, compadre.
El Burrito Taco Bell.
It was awesome. It was cool. I really like Chris. I really like your scenario there. That was unexpected, man. I really didn't know what to think whenever you pulled that one out. I didn't know how I was going to counter that, man. That was A1. So it was cool. It was cool just to experience everything.
Over $1 billion in real estate assets, Ohio's only clean energy tech incubator. He loves competition and playing sports. His purpose is to put a smile on every person's face that he meets. Sumit Kovoor is here with us today.
So what's your fun fact, my friend?
One of the most interesting deals that I ever negotiated or tried to negotiate was I was trying to get land next to a piece of property that we owned. I was trying to get it cleaned up. And so I had to go through all this discovery to figure out who it was. 3 years later, find out it's the former mob boss between the New York and Chicago reign. So I get ready for this whole, I call the local police, I put curtains up, I'm expecting him to come with a security guard, and he was just the most kind gentleman. I overworked it in my mind reading up on him, but former mob boss of the Youngstown area. It was insightful. I think seeing how different people see an experience or see a role play, I think it's interesting how our lens sees something differently. So I loved Sean's perspective. I like Bob's perspective, and seeing that feedback added value to how I see it. And then similarly seeing how Chris and Grant in two different role play scenarios approached it very differently. Obviously they're selling or they're they're serving in a different way. So to see their approach and to see how they improved from one session to the next was great.
This young man is interim president at Young Americans for Liberty, nationally touring a cappella group is in college, and helped raise revenue of $2.8 million to $13 million in just 3 years for a fundraising team for his Young Leaders fundraising team. So incredible. Sean Themea is here with us today.
Sean?
You've got a great name, Sean. It's good to be here.
Love your energy, and I love your name. It's outstanding.
My fun fact is when I was in college, I sang the national anthem at a New York Knicks game. I'm a small guy. I'm about 5'4", so standing next to those basketball players while trying to stay on key and on tune was something to marvel at. They're huge, and I'm not. It's challenging to stop what you're doing and make time to expand and be with people who have growth mindset and just put a pause on the day and experience the opportunity for growth and sharing this knowledge. And so I'm glad I put that pause on the day and spent it with y'all.
We have the director of National Sales and Marketing at the law firm of Cohn and Ducey with us today, responsible for business.
I told you law firms have salespeople. I told you this.
He has 40 years experience in the sales and marketing of outsourcing services to the financial services industry. He does all kinds of amazing things. So he's here with us today. He exceeds his clients' expectations, making the impossible happen. Bob Hanna.
Boy, did you fluff that up.
And what's your fun fact, Bob?
You work for 40 years, you get a lot. I got even some before that. Probably one everyone would appreciate more than anything else because you can connect with it is Michael Bloomberg. I worked for a company, MKI Financial Network, and we were developing a foreign exchange trading platform. That was hot back then. Keep in mind, we didn't have PCs, okay? They were a little bit bigger than that. You're on Wall Street, you're on Broadway. Well, we called on Michael Bloomberg. Just started to develop his bond trading platform. Forget about the news and all the other stuff. But the fact that I sat next to this guy and showed him, gave him a quick demo of the stuff, fell in love with it. We got it out to him. We did some interesting technology connections for him to get on his platform. I'm figuring out that there's levers in the mind and the body that we're working on. And we're trying to understand what those endpoints are all about.
Shall I share about the outsource service?
There's a tot on her front lawn. I messed this up on Friday and said that she was selling tots from her. It's not happening. So Bella was actually selling crafts as a tot on her front lawn as an 8-year-old, progressed all the way through some interesting high school dynamics, maybe some of which we just alluded to become a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing, to become the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, to take her space to align sales and talent, signing 6-figure contracts, including on the verge of signing one with the people with like the mouse ears in Florida. Bella Verita is a heart-centered warrior leader who loves people, brings fun and magic wherever she goes. She is the co-host, the life of the party at this Real Raw, along with, of course, Gina Ricci. Bella Verita, we love you. We are grateful for you. What is happening?
Hello, Mr. Callagy. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, outstanding. What is your fun fact for today?
I have a really fun fact today that my sister shared on our team call, because my sister is part of the Aligned Sales team. Whenever I was going for my mom to see my dad and my sister was dressing me, my sister would dress me in skirts and blazers and give me a purse that looked like a briefcase, so that at 9 years old, I was getting on a plane looking like I was a little businesswoman. How fun is that? My sister likes to take credit for all of my success in my life. You know, without her, I would probably, be living in dumpsters. So she's pretty sure my success came from the fact that at 9 years old, I was dressed as a businesswoman on the plane.
Outstanding. Chris, now it's my turn to go on to the hot seat. So
It's hot, too. It's hot.
So Chris, you get to set a scenario for me now of any sort where I have to be the person going from hello to yes. So I've been asked to be famous people. I've been asked to be specific business or professional avatars. I've been asked to be all sorts of different sales situations. The only request is that it be integrous.
Okay. I want you to be Oprah, and you're walking on the street in New York City, and someone and a woman who's extremely poor comes up to you and starts telling you a story about how she's poor and she's been evicted from her house. And what do you say to her?
Okay, sounds great. Who would you like to be the person who's been evicted?
I'll give Bella a break. So let's do. How about Bob? Let's do Bob.
Awesome. Thank you.
Turn.
Yeah. So I'm walking down the street.
Hey, Oprah, I need you. I need your help. I need it really bad. You got a moment? Can you please give me a moment?
Yes. I am a little bit late for an appointment, but I have a moment. And what's your name?
Gilda.
Hi, Gilda. How are you?
I've had better days. God bless you. Thank you for the moment. I promise you it will only take a moment. I've been evicted from my apartment, and I have no place to go. It's never happened to me before. I was ill with COVID. I was able to get out of that after a weekend. I was very lucky. God blessed me on that one. But I don't know what to do at this point. I couldn't keep up with the rent. I lost my job at a secretarial role at another company. and I have no place to go. I saw you walking down the street. You know everybody. Everybody knows you, and you're gracious to everybody. I'd love to see if can you help me? Can you do something for me? Anything would be better than where I am today.
So thank you for asking, Gilda. Question. What's your life's purpose? What's your mission?
I've been a mother. I've given birth to 3 children. My husband passed. My phase of my life right now is to get by day. That's been my purpose. But before that, I had a family with me. I don't have family anymore.
And how old are your children, Gilda?
48 and 51.
Okay. And what's your relationship with them currently, and how are they doing?
They don't even live here in New York anymore. They've moved on. They don't talk to me. I'm 83. I have no place to go. I don't even know where to start.
And what's going on with them? What's the relationship dynamic?
They've moved on to their lives. I've been told I'm needy and I need support that they can't provide. They're both on the West Coast. I can't get them to be more family with me. It's really sad, and I'm embarrassed to have to bring it up.
Yeah. Well, Gilda, I have to get moving in a moment. So I believe I was blessed and privileged after, as you may or may not know, an incredibly traumatic upbringing, to hold the microphone for more than 30,000 people, because in every situation I said to them, through my listening and through my words, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. So Gilda, I'd appreciate you being present to the fact that I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. And I hope you can appreciate the complexity of the dynamic that I exist in and the blessings that I have, that at times it's difficult to discern who is genuinely in need, who is being honest and real. I believe you're being real. I can feel your heart. I can feel your energy. We have a process for supporting people. And so I'm going to put you in touch, give you a number for one of my team members. They're going to take a look at your situation, and provided, and I'm sure it is, that all the things you're sharing are true, here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to pay your rent for a year. I'm going to have one of our counselors attempt to get in touch with your children. And I would even offer 1 hour of conversation between you and your children on my show to support. My request is, though, that you don't discuss this with anyone, because obviously I walk down the street every day and so many beautiful souls in this country are suffering and have big challenges. And it gets really complicated in being able to help every single person. And sometimes people are manipulative and try to take and try to use my name and do all sorts of things. But I really appreciate your heart. I appreciate how difficult and challenging it must have been to approach me and ask for this. And I do believe in God. And I believe I've been wildly blessed. And I'd be very happy to do this. So here's the number. How does that sound?
Unbelievable. God bless you.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Gilda. At a roll, Chris, what was present for you around that?
Yeah, both of you were awesome. I think Bob really filled the role of Gilda very well. Sean, for you, just off the cuff, dropping into that role of being somebody who can provide, but provide more than money. Provide something like emotional, psychological, immediate support, and maybe long-term support, especially possible reunification with the kids. Incredible. I loved it.
Thank you, brother.